Hi there, everybody. As a life coach, I feel like I need to talk about the movie Inception, which, after I saw it this past weekend, seems like everywhere I go, I hear someone talking about it, raving about it. And I just wanted to share what I observed about it, which maybe you did too if you're at all into the self improvement area and personal growth. And that is that the whole idea of implanting ideas into people's heads and changing their entire reality by simple thought is essentially the basis of a lot of life coaching. And the premise behind our power to shape our experience of reality by the thoughts that we choose to believe. Now, the difference with coaching, and I really only comment on that since I'm not a therapist, haven't been in therapy, and um, have only trained as a coach and had coaches, is that with coaching, we are really orienting toward empowering the client and asking questions and allowing answers to surface from the client's own consciousness, rather than feeding new thoughts in there. Although it's a fine line because sometimes when a client is stuck and needs uh, to have help in generating alternatives, one of the techniques is to ask them to consider the opposite of their thought that they're stuck on. And sometimes that's so impossible for the client to even imagine that it's sort of like, okay, just imagine it and pretend for a little while and see what it feels like. And often it's just, an exercise that we go through and see how it feels, and later on we see how it plays out. But in the movie, if you saw it, it really showed to me the embodiment of all of the process of inquiry, and it sort of depicted it in the ways that we fear it the most, which is that someone on the outside is putting ideas into our head. And I invite you to consider this, because the layer of the story that I didn't comment on in my last blog, but I meant to, was how we're always receiving messages from our outside world anyway. So consider internet advertisements, email marketing, television advertisements, newspapers, magazines, all the media that we're unconsciously receiving messages from, and that are unconsciously implanting messages in our head that become our reality, or our dream of the reality that we're experiencing, however you want to think about it. So that in more insidious form necessarily more healthy, or is this sort of more conscious, deliberate form, whether it's coaching, therapy, or any of the other techniques that you can use to dive into your own consciousness, are they necessarily any different, better, or worse, or can you make any judgment on that? And I think that was a very interesting question, the meta level that the movie posed for me, much like The Matrix, which is about, questioning everything and seeing that how any one of us sees reality is just a function of our own minds and what has ended up there, whether it has been consciously placed there, unconsciously received from the various influences of our childhood and culture and society and time that we've lived in, or whether it's something that we have chosen to try to alter through a variety of techniques. So that's what we're doing. I just wanted to put that out there. I find it fascinating, the level of enthusiasm and awe that I'm hearing when I just kind of walk down the streets and hear people at restaurants and shopping centers talking about this movie and how they want to see it again and how they thought it was so profound. So there's a fascination with the mind and how the mind works and our perception of reality, and that to me is encouraging, because I think when we show an interest in something We're given a way to enter into that and create a model in our mind for understanding it. It's exciting. It's a realm that we can then go and learn more about. So, hope you saw the movie, and if not, go and see it. Have a great day.